A settlement for a Chicago woman injured during a protest in 2020 is approved by the Chicago City Council Committee on Finance. Today, Miracle Boyd is one step closer to a $280,000 settlement with the city of Chicago.
I just really hope that CPD gets themselves together and that these orders continue to grant justice to all victims and survivors of police violence throughout the city of Chicago.
In July 2020, a protest of the Christopher Columbus statue turned violent. The protest came during a wave of protests against police brutality and tributes to those viewed by some as historic oppressors. Chicago police officers were hurt that day, as was then 18-year-old Miracle Boyd, who was videotaping arrests of protesters. She was hit by an officer and had a tooth knocked out. The Civilian Office of Police Accountability recommended the officer that hit Boyd be fired, but he resigned before any discipline could take place.
$280,000 ain't enough to fix what was broken that day. It's not.
Today, some members of the Finance Committee debated the merit of such a settlement.
These people were there to do nothing but wreak havoc, fight with the police, tear down a statue because they didn't agree with the art that's been up for 90 years.
Boyd gave testimony during today's meeting.
To this day, I remember it like yesterday because for some reason I can't get over the harm that was caused to me.
The settlement passed 22-7.
It wasn't her fault that the phone got knocked out and ended up knocking her teeth out of her mouth. For one thing, that was an error, and she had to have medical. Then surely she had to be treated for that.
This protest was anything but peaceful. The culmination of anarchists that set that up, that turned this violent, and other protesters that frankly joined in.
Police officers were hurt that day, but several citizens and young people like me were also attacked and brutalized that day as well. And we deserve justice just as they do.
The settlement is expected to go before the full city council on Wednesday.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.